give me your loyalty. Best you give me your loyalty. Cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, calling me. They'll be calling me, calling me. They'll be calling me royalty. They'll be calling me royalty. Best to give me your loyalty. Best to give me your loyalty. Cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, calling me. They'll be calling me, calling me. They'll be calling me royalty.
Oh, okay, good. My microphone is working. And switching. All right, that works. Cool, cool, cool. Hey, welcome back. So back to this again. So I did a little research before I actually started the stream tonight. So I'm gonna try this. Okay, so if I open up browser, okay, nope, I'm gonna do that. Do I want this? Nope. Okay. Maven Sona type, whatever it's called. Here we go. So, if I were to share my screen here. So apparently, so a lot of the things that I've been doing when it comes to coding, like with Node.js or Python, I can actually build stuff. I could just grab someone who actually built something before, and then I don't have to rewrite the whole thing. Apparently, Java has something like that. I didn't bother to think and search for it. This is gonna take more than an hour to actually rebuild my solution, but it's worth going through. But I did a quick Google around and I found this. So you know, if I were working at this key tool, I found key tool 1.7. And look at that, it's already there, like one of the snippets. Well, I'm not using Apache Maven, I'm using Gradle. Uh, yeah, so I'm not sure how to use this. Put that inside a snippet and then install. So this is completely new to me. So this is something I should definitely give it a try and then start using. Let's see, project URL, and then in terms of usage, I did a little skim through on the documentation. This is the documentation. Okay, and there's the key tool API, the test, and the JDK, and the Maven plugin. So I'm going to go through the API. Dependency declaration. Okay, I don't know how to use any of this yet. I'm not sure where this should go. Maven though. Should I start looking at other places? Okay, so anyway, so if I go back to my IntelliJ and I have my Gradle, the build Gradle, this is where a lot of those plugins or dependencies gets put into. So Maven Central, I assume Maven Central means that place, the Sona type. I asked in the Java community, what is the equivalent of, pip install or dependency install in Java, and it's that Sona type, the central that Sona type. So if I were to grab this, and I can see there's a snippet here, I can just copy this to a clipboard and put that inside my IntelliJ. We should be able to see. I'll put this maybe at the top. No, that won't work. And paste. Nope, doesn't like it. Okay, and no, that doesn't work. Come on, Vim, come on. Yeah, there we go. Group though. Group implementation. I don't see another group implementation in here. But it does seem to be okay with, like, it's not throwing any errors. We can probably test this out. All right, so let's debug mode build this, and it's gonna take a while for it to build. Okay, so I'm not sure if this is gonna work, but my first time trying to actually install implementation dependency directly into the build Gradle. This is gonna take a whole night. Hopefully not. I do plan on just sticking to an hour, of the time is planned. But just in case, a little bit of coffee. Coffee. I'm not gonna show the brand, but maybe I did. But hopefully, I could get sponsored enough to drink coffee on stream. And music stopped. Let's try playing a different song. I guess that's what I can do. Is like every time I try build or debug build and wait for it to finish reloading and stuff like that, I could just play switch to a different song or something. I'm looking for something lo-fi. Yeah, a little bit chill mood. Let's try, I don't know, a little hopeful. Okay, I'm looking at some music here. Still. Anyway, what I said. What's that? Want to do it? Okay. Oh, it's already running. Okay, next, let's take a look at the thing. Localhost port 8080. Actually, I didn't even see logs whether it's running. Like, did it build the thing? Like, while it's doing this thing, did it? Oh, it did. It downloaded it. So download key to 1.7 and all that stuff. Cool. Now, if I were to use it, okay, so it's installed, it's running. Okay, so it's working. No errors. Great. So apparently, I don't need to do this. Okay. Well, I think that's just for the Palm. Yeah. Palm XML. Yeah, so in terms of usage, this is how you can use it. You must construct a key tool change alias request. So you instantiate a new thing. Okay, set verbose, key store pass, alias, key pass, dest alias. Then you can use the component to assign your jar. Okay. Key password, key store password, delete a key, export a certificate. Will that give me like a .cer, CER? Generate a certificate. That's what I want, generate a certificate. Okay, so I can see that it has a lot of these .set, blah, blah, blah. Is there, if in the last stream, I did do a chaining of what you can do to a string. So I wonder if you can do a chain on this thing too, but let's try one at a time. We'll see what happens, okay? So generate a certificate request, just two of them. Generate a certificate from a certificate request, and then there's generate a certificate request. Generate a key pair. Ooh, this is what I wanted. And then a secret key, import a certificate into key store. List the content of the key store. That's what I have working at the moment. Let's try that. That is the simplest for me to run with. Let's try that. Okay, so list the content of a key store. I'm just gonna move this to the other screen. Right. Now let's go back to the facade. Right. And let's minimize this. And where's that list? Yeah, list entities. So instead of doing all this, according to the API doc, I just have to use that. Okay, so I'll just comment that. No, that don't work. Ugh, I hate this keyboard. There we go. Okay, now key tool list request equals new key tool list request. Request.set verbose is true, right? Because it's more or less the same. Although this one didn't say anything about key store, which key store, and doing put in the thing. There was, yeah, there it is. Did I set source key store? Should I set the source key store? That's a question that I wanted to find out. All right. Music just doesn't want to loop. All right. Let's try another regular and instrumental. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So that's the about, and I don't see a way where I can see. Ah, there it is. Set key store. Okay. So let's try that. So. I can leave it at that. Dot set key store. It's not even imported yet. And the key store. Okay, so let's see. Create a class. No. Wait, how do you? Oh, search for dependency. Wait. No, I do have it. Okay, it's not. How do you import this thing? Okay. I think I missed a step. Okay. That's for this particular project. issue tracking. It's on GitHub. Begin to use key store Java API. I didn't see it this far. Drop module API for Java less than 8. Use keystore API instead of external tool. Wait, keystore has an API? Java keystore API. There is. Holy shoot. Okay. All right. So screw that little dependency plugin because apparently whoever the developers are, they are slowly making it work. Like 2020, 2022, these issues aren't finished or closed. I don't know whether that means it's stable or anything, but dang. Okay. Let's just use the Java key store then. Okay. So how do you use the Java key store? Okay. So let's get rid of that. Okay, go back to the build up Gradle. Okay. Okay, and then get rid of this. Okay. Now in here, go back and let's see. Yeah, so get rid of these so we don't want to get confused. Now, how do we use this? The key store tool, and we can do programming using the key store API. So key store to get instance, key store to get default type. Don't know what that means. Here we use the default type. So there are a few key store types like blah. Okay, we can override the default JKS type using well, of course, but okay. So that's what we can do. Okay, that will get the instance, and then there's the password array. Load null. We use load whether we're creating a new key store or opening up an existing one. We'll tell key store to create a new one by passing null as the first parameter. We also provide a password which will be used for accessing the key store in the future. We can also set this to null, though that will make our secrets open. I'm not sure which one is which, but that would be interesting. Okay, so I will keep this. Actually, let's just comment all of it. So it's not touched. We know that that function works. So I'll just do a separate one, manage operation and manage attribute, description is equals to list entities in key store, right? No, don't want that. And public list string list entities. And we won't throw anything at the moment because we don't know yet. Now let's create a key store. So key store. Is it like key store? Okay, it's part of the security. Java security key store. Okay, and that gets imported. Let's call it KS. Right, just following the example. Yeah. Key store.get instance. And I'm dealing with pkcs12, so let's do that. pkcs12. And okay, so now that we have that, let's load the key store. It doesn't give. Oh, there it is. Finally, we save our new key store to the file system. Sure, why not? ks.load password store pass, right? Does it need to be an array? Probably. Let's try, I guess. So chr that, and then change this to dot to car array. Right? Oh, what's wrong with that? Oh, char. Okay, that should do that. And then this one has a problem. It doesn't like it. Required input stream. Okay, well, it says null when you're trying to create it, so I'll just do that, I guess. What is this? Exception. Oh, unhandled exception. Okay, yeah, we can. Let's add exception. Surround try catch. Or let's try add exception. Yeah, that'll be nice. And what's this? What's the problem here? Another exception. Key store exception. Okay, so let's try that. Okay, so it throws these different things. So other than list, you can have these different exceptions. Yeah, let's just keep it there. What is this? And return. Oh, of course, you would need to return the thing. I will get to that. Just hang on a minute. Loading a key store. Oh, okay. So that's how you load a key store. Ah, okay. So new. What was that? File input stream. File input stream. Okay, that gets imported. Cool. And then the key store. Key store. Okay, and then password array, which is the store path. Great. It's already imported. Great. If our JVM doesn't support key store type, we pass, or if it doesn't match the type of the key store on the file system, and the music stopped. 1 sec. Right, that should run it. Okay, next. What if it doesn't match the type of the key store on the file system that we're opening? We'll get a key store exception. Okay, and then if the password is wrong, then you get unrecoverable key exception. So strict. Storing entries. That's great, but I don't want to. I don't want to get to that yet. I want to see what's here we go. Read entries. Reading a single entry, okay, but I don't want to read a single entry. I want to read all entries. Yeah. Okay, so reading a single entry is get key. You can pull keys and certificates out by their aliases. If there's no entry by that name, then get, or if it's a different type, then get key simply returns null. Checking if the key store contains an alias. Sure, but I want to get. Okay, hold on. Is there a doc? Like, this is just a tutorial doc. It's great, but where's the official, like, doc? That seems to be it. Oh, hang it. Like, what methods can I use? Like, get. Is there such thing as get keys? Get key, no? Okay, get. It's always. No? Let me do this. Java key, Java key or API. get instance, set and store, loading. Right. Get key alias. Hmm. Okay, get instance, etc. Get provider. Okay, we're getting somewhere. We got get key. Returns the key associated with the given alias. Using the given password to recover it. Sure. But I want something that doesn't. The given alias does not exist. Can I do without anything? Okay, there's no way to find out. Start searching as list. Aliases. There we go. We got it. Aliases. Okay, so key store dot aliases. Okay, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. So far. Hold on. What was it? If I wanted just ks, I guess ks dot aliases. Okay. Come on. ks dot return ks dot aliases. Yeah. What's that? It doesn't return a list, is it? What does it return? What's a string? I think. Does it? Okay, let's see what happens if it's not a list. What does it return? Does it return? It doesn't say. Enumeration rate. Okay, it doesn't seem to mention it. So let's just cast it. Enumeration. Freaking typing, man. These. Ugh. What? Enumeration and list are different? I thought enumeration is a list. It's just numbers with an item. What? Yeah. This is what you get for working with dynamic typing language like Python and JavaScript for so long, and you're moving into static typing. This screws you off. Okay. Okay. So let's just save that. Rerun the thing. Recompile it, and we'll see what happens. Oh, wow, this thing is mirror. It is, man. Okay. How's everyone? Right, well, a little bit of coffee break. Sorta. Next time I'll make my own coffee. Iced coffee? The problem is I don't have ice. I should make ice. Oh, right. Music stopped. Okay. Gotta make a playlist or something. Do-do-do. Okay, so violence reader. Okay. To show debug window, add question mark debug. Okay. Alright, Vladin. I see you. let's put that in there. Okay, well, I don't know if it's finished loading or not. Did it? Oh, it is. It's started. Right. Administration, JMX console. Can I do that? Debug. Nope, doesn't work. Okay, well, we can ignore that. Okay, so, yep, so there's that new enumeration is no longer a list. And invoke. What is that? Got a collection. It's nowhere close to what I was trying to look for. Okay, so I guess alias isn't what I'm looking for. All right, let's ask Leo. Okay, how do I? What's the question? How do I use Java Key Store API to list all of the aliases stored in the key store? Actually, better yet, instead of how do I use, write me a Java function that uses Java Key Store to list yep. Programming, right? It's not rendering into code type, but hey? Please note that this function assumes that key store is in JKS format. You may need to use a different. Oh no. What method should rewrite the function so that it can handle a PKCS12 format key store? You can use. What? It's the same thing. What are you trying to? Isn't that the same thing? Hi. Okay, so file input string key store, which is here. Maybe just provide a little bit of path, or just that base path plus key store. Okay, and then KS aliases, and then what was it? Shift F9. Is that right? Doesn't seem right. But it is. It's smaller. It looks easier to handle. This provider, blah blah blah. Sure, but it's not. Okay, I'm gonna test it out. But we'll see. We shall see. Or if this doesn't work, then Leo, you're fired. I'm gonna try a different ChatGPT to pair program with. Try a different song. Hada hada hada.
The seasons come and go like thoughts of you. Like a wave
Oh, okay, it's done. Okay, let's do this thing. Okay. All right. So that got missing. Invoke. Does it return collections? Is that all it does? Is just return a collection? Or maybe I'm not reading this correctly. No, it returns a enumeration. Okay, I need to. Switching over to Rick's chat because Leo, you don't seem to understand it. Write me a Java function that uses the Java eStore API to open an existing eStore file, eStore PKCS12 file format, and list out of its aliases. Dark mode. Yeah, it's still doing aliases, but it's not returning. We use a while loop. Was that on the other one? Oh, main function. Okay, and it would call that list aliases. Okay, so it has a while loop, and that does the thing. I don't want that. Why do? Uh, instead, instead of rewrite the function so that it returns the list instead of printing it out. All right. Okay, Rix, you're better. Leo, you're fired. Okay, so let's do this thing. I'm gonna grab this, copy, going back to my other J. Okay, so not aliases, but in here. Okay. So it wasn't. I should probably name it key store. So it's here, key store, right? Key store the aliases, and then we have this aliases. Huh? Where does aliases come from? Oh, it's not init. Okay, well I can definitely handle that. List string aliases new array list. Okay, now it's got some imports. Okay. Why? But okay. I don't know why it needs to split, but okay. We'll enter. Import, yeah. Yep. Next one. Yep, import class. Now what? Change variable aliases to type array list. Okay. And then this one. Did this change to a list? Okay. Everything else is like little warnings, but I don't know. Inspection. Raw use of parameterized class has no quick fixes. Click to edit. Okay, I don't know what your problem is. This one. What's this problem? Bracket or that bracket? Well, I don't see any missing. I don't know. What are you trying to do? What is this? Okay, you know what? I'm just grab this. See what happens. Oh, okay. On. And okay. That should okay, that finally shuts it up. Oh, I think it needs those empty brackets. Function it. Okay, whatever. Save, Shift F9. Oh, what's this? What is wrong with you now? Oh, okay, never mind. Right. Music. Can this be done in an hour? Like it's another 15, less than 15 minutes. Can't even. I haven't even finished creating the create entities function yet. Man. Hang. Come on. I don't know what funk is. Yo, Daniel, welcome. Thanks for coming on to the stream, my guy. This is Java, just so you know. Dealing with compile and this is gonna take up some time. A little bit of coffee break before I open up the browser and be disappointed again. What you up to? What you up to, Daniel? What you up to? Back to here. Restore, refresh. Okay, let's see what happens. This better be good. JMX. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I got something. I finally got something, but it's just the name. It's only the alias's name. I don't have like the rest. Oh, okay, cool, cool, cool. I just did one little chore before I got on the stream. I was a little bit late, like about 5 minutes. I was buang sampah, menyampah, buang sampah. Paano di rumah nih? Building a key tool manager, key store manager, but for the web. So if you've seen, so this is probably a little bit too technical, but it's something that we're working on. So Key Store Explorer, right? So Key Store Explorer is the somewhat of a GUI version, right? So that's Key Store Explorer. And here's some of the screenshots, right? So if you download the thing, download this Key Store Explorer, you have all these little nifty functions. You can create a new key store, you can open the key store, and then you can see all of the keys stored in it. So what this does is that when you actually build the thing, or when you actually have a way where you have multiple vendors to try to connect to another system, you would have each of them have their own keys. And this works well, okay, with a GUI, but it's not incorporated to an online service, if you get what I mean. So what I'm trying to do is part of my work, especially in my actual work, we have to do this manually. We can either use the command line, okay, so that's key tool java doc. If I This is the official one, right? So this is what everyone uses, including where I work. We use this key tool, and then we can gen cert dash gen key pair and all that stuff, and then we can generate the keys, get the keys, import it into the key store, and share the public key with someone else. And then after that, yeah, and it becomes a little tasking. And then if you, especially where the tricky part is, if you mistype something, a wrong word, wrong letter, then the whole thing gets screwed up. Why isn't the keys working? Why aren't these working? And then you'll know, oh, okay, because you wrote it wrong. You got the wrong arguments and all that stuff. If you use Key Store Explorer, great, that works, but it's still manual. You still have to do the whole manual stuff. I was thinking, okay, there's got to be an easier way. There's got to be a faster way where I don't have to download the keys, do the thing, re-upload them again. Whereas if I do them inside a web app, web service that's hosted together with the application, it will manage the keys, and the keys remain in there and not be taken off. So that's the whole point of doing. That's the whole point of me doing any of this. And I couldn't find one that's already built, so why not? Build one. Okay, so invoke gives out the alias names, and as you saw it, right? So Anaki Bunai. If I were to run that as a service terminal, okay. So key tool what was that, list v, and then key store. What's the name of the file again? Keys, yeah. Keys.p12, and give it a store pass. Password is, what's the password? Password is password 1234. Okay, so password 1234. No, okay, so I gotta do this inside Debian. I think no, that can't be right. I know I have key tool in my Windows installation. It is a great problem to solve, especially it's for my work, but I don't know about everyone else's. Oh shoot. Shoot. What the heck is the thing? Okay, I know I did this before. Why is my Java key tool? Is that how you use it? No. Oh, there it is. No, that's not it. No, that's not it. A shell? That doesn't work either. How do I use this thing? Anyways, I think easier if I actually open up Key Store Explorer. I do have that installed. for sake of clarity, open. Okay. Open existing key store. Come on. And find the thing, right? The keys.p12. Okay, password is password1234. And there it is. Cannot zoom in. Anyway, yeah. So you can see there's one key pair that I created. And it's great, and it has a certificate expiry, and that's something that we have to keep monitoring. If it expires, you gotta renew it. Well, unless it's SFTP, then who cares? Now let's try and let's see if we can actually. Okay, so this sort of works. Okay, sort of, but it's not verbose. How do I make it verbose? How do I make it verbose? Okay, so inside the Java key store class, there's this. It shows aliases. I'm already using that. Let's see if I can find something about verbose. Nope, I don't see verbose. Load the store. Okay, maybe if I ask Rick's chat. Okay, it works. It works great, but it's not verbose or detailed enough. How do I list the aliases still, but also show the aliases expiry dates? Okay, good. It's rewriting the function. Okay. So it would get the certificate. Okay, okay. All right. So you gotta do this inside a loop. Okay. Well, if I want more details, then I have to put them all inside this loop, which is okay-ish. It's not what I want, but it's okay-ish. Yeah. Okay. Alt enter. Yeah. Import it. I don't care. Just import it. Date. Okay. Import it. Import the class. All right, that's done. And Shift F9 to rebuild, and we'll see what happens. Now, if this works, but in honesty, this is a little bit clearer and probably easier to work with than what I did before. You can see it here where I got everything like commented out. I had to. This is the actual command key tool dash list dash v dash key store, whatever the name is, key store dash store pass, whatever the password is. When you run this on the command line on the CLI, and you get, and then after you have to run into a buffer, into a runtime, and then you have to parse it, and then you read the lines, and then you return it, which is it's okay, but the whole thing about the process and runtime thing is a little iffy for me. That's one, and that's just enough for the key tool list. But I was struggling with the create key pair because it has a lot of parameters like OpenSSL rec new key and key out and key and out and CSR and subject and then yada is. Welcome to the world of programming. 2 more minutes. I don't know if I can. Well, 1 more minute. I don't know if I have enough time, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I know. I know. It's a truckload. So my goal here is so far is just to list out all the aliases so that I can see all of the keys that it's being maintained along with the expiry dates, and create a key pair, renew the key pair that's going to expire, and then yeah, I guess it is just those three, or whatever I have inside my GitHub issues. If you want to take a look at my GitHub repo for the key store GitHub, boom, and yeah, BO key store manager. Right. So here, there's the issues. Yeah. So I've got a bunch of these things. All right, I gotta sign the thing. So when it's done, the way we work, we gotta sign these keys just so because that's how we know how secure they are. If we have these keys signed properly by a certificate authority that we either pay for or post on our own, then we know that they are authentic and no one can crack them. Well, as far as I know, no one can actually crack signed keys. But yeah, that's something that we gotta work into eventually, and I don't think it'll be tonight. Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Yee! I got the alias. I got the expiry date. That looks neat. Thank you, Rick's chat, for being my pair programming. Leo, you suck. Oh, Leo is the brave version of the built-in AI. This one, Leo. Okay, don't ever use this. It sucks. Well, it works. Okay, it's conveniently there. So if you want to use it, you can use it. But I wouldn't use it for pair programming. It doesn't give me enough things to work with. Now let's do the same thing with create entity. Okay, it works great. Now, next, write me a Java function that uses the Java key store API to create an entity key pair and allow me to download the public. How do I do that? How do I do that? You wouldn't. Yeah, I guess ask it to download. Allow me and return the public cert to sign later. If Rix can do this for me, I can definitely clear off one of the tasks. So it generates a key pair, generates a certificate, sets key entry, return to cert. It did it. Sort of. Generates a dummy self-signed certificate. Yeah. Okay. So that one function in there, it generates a certificate, which is basically in its comment it says generates a dummy self-signed certificate, which I'm not doing. I'm not. Wait, it generates a self-signed certificate. Oh, it's close. I don't want to generate. Should it be self-signed? No, it shouldn't be. No. Um, for the generate certificate function, allow me to do not allow self-signed certificates. Let me or the user to download a public certificate to sign by the certificate authority. please rewrite the function to allow the user to download the public certificate from the generate key pair function and later be added to set a new key entry into the key store. That is a mouthful. We'll see what happens. Prompt engineering. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, so instead of generate certificate, it would get the public. Okay, we shall see. Okay, so if it does, it looks close. So I'm using like that. Okay, so but I'm using OpenSSL instead. It probably is using the same thing, but we'll see. So get instance RSA, which I'm also using RSA 2048, 2048, right? Generator initialize 2048, and then generate a key pair. Although it doesn't seem to specify, like it won't. Like I want to put in the subject into it. Is it a CSR? Should it be a public key? No way around proofs. Yeah, I know. It's the way of the future. The future is now. The future is now, and it's all about proofs. Proofs everywhere. Proofs. Okay, so get. Do we need to get public key, or should we just try and find a way to actually get, like, the public? Let's see. Certificate CSR signing request. No. What's the equivalent here? What is that equivalent? CSR. That'll be the out. Okay. The out is not out file. Is it out file? Gensert though. Music stopped again. I gotta be careful about what music I can play on before YouTube dock me for copyrighted music. You got any ideas, Daniel? Like what music I can play and it's not copyrighted, so the thing can still play and be saved on my YouTube channel? Are you on Twitch or YouTube? Try some drum and bass play. Okay. Okay, so we got a gen key pair. Great and all. No prompt, no prompt. Import password, import cert. I'm not doing that. Oh, hold on. That one is OpenSSL though. Well, okay. Well, let's give that a try. Let's see what happens. Let's try this and see what happens. E. Okay, and see what happens. Okay, so quick key pair. I will minimize. I will comment you. And this one as well. Hit a delete key store. Oh, paste. What's that? Probably key. Stop you. Minimize that. See what happens. Lo-Fi Girls allows using their music with proper credits. You can read their FAQ page. Lo-Fi Girls? Lo-Fi Girls. Lo-FiGirl.com. Lo-Fi... Lo-FiGirl.com. Oh, that one. Yeah, let's see. It's already past Halloween. Why are you still in Skulls and Pumpkins? Okay. Use the music. Okay, music just stopped. We'll see. We'll see. We will see. Okay, I'm gonna continue streaming for about 15 more minutes. I don't want to sleep late, but I do have coffee to keep me sorta awake. I mean, it doesn't do crap to me, but you know, simply because shameless plug. Wait, no, shameless plug right there. Buy me a coffee if you want me to stay up longer than an hour. Alright, so use the music for free, enhance your video live stream to for free. Our music this page is exactly that. Okay, how to use our music, how to create it properly. Ooh, noise. Play the radio from our YouTube page or spread it in your stream. Create the channel in your live stream description. See how. Okay, I will do that. Actually, yeah, why not? Nothing's happening. Okay, I'll do this on the next stream. Thanks for the recommendation though, Daniel. Okay, it's okay. So this one is good. It's cool. But unfortunately, it's a little bit difficult for me to use. Updated 8 months ago, but I don't know. I'm a little lost with using it. Let's move on. Okay, ignore that. Okay, so what did I do? What was I doing? Right, this thing. I already pasted this in, but yeah. So let's add manage operation, add managed attribute. I think yeah, this one. Put in a little description. Is there something about name? Like, can we change the name so that it's a bit more readable? Generate key pair for new entity. Um, can't resolve. Okay. Key pair generator. Okay. Good. And it's in there. What is this? Why are you red? Usage of API marked for removal has no quick fixes. Marked for removal? What does that mean? It's deprecated. That's why. Yeah, incompatible types. Found X509 certificate, required certificate. Okay, so I think what it's trying to say was instead of using the security certificate, use the one from X509. Okay, we'll see. I don't know. X5509 certificate. Okay, and hello. X509. Okay, all right, looks better. Okay, that's a little bit better looking. Let's debug this thing. See what happens. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. All right, the set key entry is a separate step. So the operation, the manage attribute. I wonder what options is there. So we got default value, description. That's it. Okay. It doesn't show like um name or something, but okay. Description. Set inserts. Does it insert? Saves the signed certificate into the key store as a new entry. Okay. Does it need to return? Should it return? We don't know. We don't know yet. We don't know. Daniel, what are you up to? Like, what are you working on if you're working on anything? Is it up? Oh, it is. Oh, okay. I can never tell. It's so difficult to see. Anyways, yep. So application running, administration, JMX console, JMX data. Oh, store. Where's all the description here? Anyway, generic key pair. All right. So let's try Acme invoke. Successful. What? What can I do with that? Okay, so it works, but it's not what I'm hoping for. Suppose it's supposed to like give me a file for me to download. Well, if I export it, if I click on the export button, it's just gonna give me that in text. Heck. Took a Python course, just 50 Python. My final project is a GUI using what? Flat. Using Flat. Flutter for Python. Flat. That. I've done a lot of Python stuff. I've never heard of Flat. Fastest way to build Flutter apps in Python. No way. That enables developers to easily build real-time web, mobile, and desktop apps in Python. No front-end experience. No way. No way, that looks sick. That UI is built with Flutter. Okay, so what does this mean that when you actually build it, do you get it in Flutter code? Okay, so let counter example. Okay, so counter app, title, vertical alignment, number field. There's a text field. There is a Flutter app running behind the scene. Okay. You got a minus and then you got a plus, but you named them as click instead of buttons. Page.add. Oh yeah, you gotta add. Okay, you gotta place them somewhere. It feels a lot like Tkinter. And I hate Tkinter. Although this little format is a little iffy because I hate nested functions like this, like def main and def minus click, def plus click. Well, you could put the functions outside of those functions and then just call them in there. Then again, I mean, it works. It looks like it works, but it's a web app. It works, I guess, but it's not what I. With Flet controllers, which are based on Flutter by Google, Flet does not just wrap Flutter widgets, but adds its own opinion by combining smaller widgets, hiding complexities, implementing UI best practices, applying reasonable defaults, all the interior apps. Okay, so basically, it's already done for you. So you don't have to. So all that. So you basically loses customization. For well, you sacrifice a bunch of customization for a lot of defaults for easier for you to actually just use it. That's what it's trying to say. Yeah, it is. But it's an okay thing. Like if you don't care about too much customization and you just want to use is as it is, then this is it. Okay. I wouldn't use this for customer requests though, because they'll be like, oh, can you make this rounder a bit, and you want to make this that, and you make this that. No, you're gonna have a bad time with this thing. But, I mean, it's fine. It'll work. Well, you can if for production, as in for you, you build it for yourself. You can. Yeah. Anyway, you can have fun with this one, but CS50 Python. I've seen a lot of CS50 related things. I saw CS50 AI. That's another thing, but CS50 Python. There is CS50 Python. Well, introduction to Python though. That's probably why the guy made it flat, because wants to use Flutter technology but don't want to use Flutter. Just wants to keep it extra simple. So everything's like hard coded defaults. Well, not everything, just reasonable level of defaulted values. That's why he made flat. Okay, well, it's something. But if you but does this certificate considered as the entire computer's CS50? No, whereas CS50X more generally as a program. Whereas CS50X itself focuses on computer science more generally as well as programming with C blah blah blah, aka CS50P is entirely focused on programming with Python. You can take CS50P before CS50X, during CS50X, or after, okay. But for an introduction to computer science itself, you should still take CS50X. Sure, of course. But in terms of certificates, though, okay, well, it's just specifically that for Python. Is that what you're doing? You took CS50X in 2021. Yeah, it's very broad. I know it just says so. Um, but is this what you're doing? CS50 Intro to Python? Okay, okay. Well, it's a nice looking certificate. I mean, what's gonna stop me from taking a screenshot, put my name on it? It's just another little piece of paper. Anyway, that's it. Okay, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. You can have a free one. You can have a paid one. If you pay for one, you get something else, a different kind of certificate. Right, right. Okay, well, this seems to be fine. I just wanted to ask a different kind of thing. Like a downloadable cert. I forgot what it is. What was content of the public cert, but I'll have to look into that later. But so far, this seems to be a good thing. Mine paid by employer, so I okay. Well, go for it, man. Like you have to finish it. And of course, if you don't finish it, you'll have to pay them back one way or another. Prepare your prepare your. It's like you made good yeah, it's good progress. So I've refactored the code. I'm using a better API instead of uh like some other process runtime. I'm now just doing it by Java Keystore API, which is a little bit more established. So I'll use that instead. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna end the stream. Well, not just gonna end the stream like immediately. But thanks for joining me, Daniel. I'll be streaming the next time on Wednesday, same time, 9 p.m. So if anyone wants to come online, we'll chat and stream and code, chill some more. I'll probably put on that lo-fi girl. At least it'll keep me company for an hour and a half. And yeah, I guess that's it. Thanks. See ya.